let's proceed with communicating. Okay, so communicating plays a vital role in the organization. For the reason being, ay, wait muna pala, hindi pa pala ako na good morning. Sorry naman. So, good morning po muna pala. Good morning. Good morning ulit. Na-good morning na ba ako? Di ba? So, sorry, makakalimutin ako. So, good morning po ulit. Then, I hope you're well, fine, good, healthy, and safe. Kung saan man kayo nandoon. Same with me. So, I'm a bit okay. So, not 100%. So, eventually, sana later ay maging okay din ako. Yan. So, gaya ng sabi ko, so let's proceed with communicating. So, this will be our next topic. And as what I've said a while ago, communicating plays a vital role in an organization. Why? So, communication enable us to have understanding of our differences. It also bridges our gap kasi crucial po sa communicating or sa isang organization or when we communicate basically is yung common understanding. Diba? Have you experienced na halimbawa, ako nyari ay si Ma'am Angge, nag-uusap kaming dalawa, pero iba yung pagkakaintindi ko sa sinasabi ko. Iba yung pagkakaintindi niya pala sa sinasabi ko. Say for example, especially kapag tayo ay nagchat-chat, wala namang meaning sa atin, pero sa kanya, iba yung dating. Have you experienced that one? Yes or no? Not yet? Never? Hindi niyo pa na-experience yun?
Yes.
Diba minsan, kunwari ay, napaka realistic example. Sabi ni Ma'am Queenie, tapos sinagot ko siya ng okay, hindi na ako magre-reels. So she thought my answer is pabalang. I don't know if you know the term pabalang. So akala niya yung sagot ko is pabalang, pero it's without any intention on my end. Tapos yun na, parang nagkaroon ng miscommunication or misunderstanding. Kasi iba yung understanding niya. Kasi sinabi ko, parang ganon. Okay? Yan. So, for communicating, lang. Panoorin natin yung video muna. Wait lang. Wait lang ha, hindi ko alam kung masishare to sa inyo. Nakikita nyo? Hindi. Wait lang, nakikita nyo? Nasaan na kayo? Kita nyo, rinig nyo? James?
Hindi po.
Wala po.
Hindi nyo kita? Wala. Wait lang ha. Kita nyo? Hindi.
Kita na po, ma'am. Mahina lang po.
Rinig nyo? Mahina lang. Aha, hindi ko rin alam kung paano ko siya palalakasin. Pero okay lang. It doesn't matter naman yung mga wordings. What we want to look here is basically yung konsepto. Sa konsepto na lang, sa pictures na lang or illustrations na lang, kayo titingin ha. Okay, sige. Ulitin ko.
Ito na. Okay, digo tara. Tomero?
wait. Nawala. Sorry. Sorry ha, nawala. Ulit.
Ito na. Wimpo! Okay, digo tara. Tomero?
Okay. So my question is this. So from the video that you've watched, so ano bang ini-imply niya? Okay, so you have there the minion, the ant, the penguin and the shark, the crab and the shark ba yun? Okay, so what does the video you have watched implies? Okay, yung last natin, so very catchy yon, yung sa ants. So ano bang ini-imply ng video na yon? Anybody? What can you say about rather do sa video na winatch ninyo or pinanood ninyo? Yes, Bea.
Ma'am, I think it implies mainly the importance of teamwork. Kung paano pong nakatutulong yung teamwork sa mga bagay na hindi natin kaya gawin mag-isa. So technically po, it ensures po working towards a common goal.
Yes, okay. So teamwork. Yes, very good. So working in a common goal. Common goal, one purpose. Okay, one objective. Okay, another. Aside from the answer of Bea. Yes, Aya.
For me po, the video implies that teamwork leads to a more desirable result po when it comes to working.
Okay, so teamwork leads to a more desirable result. Okay, so in the achievement of your goal or objective. So very good. Yes, Gerald, any idea?
To add na lang din po, we know naman po na yung communication is siya yung sharing of thoughts, ideas, skills po, and talents with individuals po. And makikita po natin sa video na yung po mga problem na may seem na ang hirap pong ma-solve and very complex. With the help of communication po, by collaborating with your peers po, is mas napapadali po siya, and yung pong mga mahihirap na problem is mas nasosolve po siya ng mas mabilis. So I think po is communication din po is a product of group effort po.
Yes, very good. So communication is a product of group effort or your teamwork. Okay? So in essence, so kung meron tayong teamwork, so ibig sabihin, meron din dong communication. Just like if you catch it vividly dun sa ants, or kahit kayo mismo, paano nyo ba nakikita yung mga guyam, di ba? So basically, parang sila, yung pag nagta-travel sila, nagbabatian sila sa bawat isa. Tama? So they communicate, say for example, parang yung thought lang natin na doon may pagkain doon kayo pumunta. Okay, let's help one another. Okay, paano sila makakarating doon sa isang lugar? Okay, so helping each other, they are communicating. Okay, so gusto nilang ma-achieve yung purpose nila, just like doon sa minion. Although nagkaroon ng problema, pero paano ba natin makukuha ba yung bumbilya or mailalagay yung bumbilya? Yan, teamwork and communication. Si penguin at saka si shark, paano sila nag-come up doon sa goal nila or idea na kailangan ganito yung gawin natin para overcome or ano mang gawin nila doon sa shark. So they communicated. So nag-communicate sila, nag-usap sila, okay, ng kanilang purpose o kanilang goal. Okay, si crab at saka si shark, paano nila nalabanan si crab? Okay? Nalabanan nila si shark. Yan. Okay, with what yung parang command. Okay, so paano niya ni-relay? Okay, yung command na yon. So because of what? Communication. Yan, because of the information necessary para ma-achieve nila yung goal and objective. Yan. Ano pa ba yung una? Crab and ant. Yan. So, the video implies the importance of communication. Same with the importance of teamwork. So, magkakaroon ng teamwork if you properly communicated to your team, your goal, and your objectives. Okay. So, the achievement of the objectives of the engineering organization will depend on the performance of the human and non-human elements attached to it. The task of management is to program these elements correctly so that each will respond accordingly to their assigned task. Okay? Standard programming methods have already been adopted by technologists or for most machines and equipment. The programming approach to the human element is different and must be dealt with using methods espoused by behavioral scientists. So different yung command na binibigay natin saan sa mga machines. Okay? Different din yung command na binibigay natin saan? Sa tao. Okay? Kasi si tao, syempre, iba yung level of understanding niyan. Different sa mga machines. Kasi naka-program lang yan. Okay? Tapos, so be it. Pero si tao is different. Okay? Employees will perform according to the dictates of their minds. Okay? How do they evaluate the task? Say, for example, is it easy, difficult, or average? Susunod ba sila? Is the person with authority, yung bang nag-uutos sa kanila or nakikipag-communicate sa kanila, is a person with authority, with a great responsibility? Is he accountable with whatever outcome na mangyari? Okay? Whatever command na ibigay niya sa amin? Yan. So, they will perform according to the dictates of their mind. If this is really so, the management must reach them through powerful means of persuasion under an atmosphere conducive to effective communication. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan natin silang i-persuade, kailangan natin silang, parang sa Tagalog, ihalina, ano ba tawag natin sa persuasion? Ang kabaliktaran niyan is coerce, pilitin. So, kailangan nating, sa Tagalog ba ng persuasion? Ang tagal ng persuasion, means of persuasion, means of akitin, parang gano'n. Kailangan nating akitin, okay, para tayo ay sumunod, okay, para under an atmosphere conducive to effective communication. So how are you going to relay the information para sila ay sumunod sa iyo? Kasi they will not follow you unless sinabi mo na yung way mo ng pagkipag-communicate sa kanila is mapapasunod mo sila. Say for example, you coerce them. Say for example, sinabi mo na, pag hindi mo ito ginawa, ganito ang mangyayari sa'yo. So, ang tendency natin is what? Mapipilitan lang tayong sumunod, pero hindi naman hindi bukal sa loob natin. Not unlike, pagka sinunod natin yan with all our heart, so what will be the outcome? So, different from napilitan lang tayo at ginawa lang natin dahil meron tayong punishment na marireceive. Pero different din siya kapag ginawa mo ng bukal sa loob mo, masaya mong ginawa, yan. So the issue now will be, is management using communication option effectively? The answer must be yes. For, if not, trouble may be forthcoming if it has not yet arrived. Okay? So how do they use communication? Okay? So if hindi ayos, the outcome will be that good. Sabi nga dito, trouble may be forthcoming. So what to expect? Yan. So Maurice Philip Wolf and Shirley Kipper define communication as the process of sharing information through symbols, including words and message. So hindi lang siya oral, hindi lang siya through words or message. So pwede rin tayo makipag-communicate through symbols, pictures, illustrations, sign languages, yan. Hindi ko napapanoodin tong failure to communicate. So, communication may happen between superior and subordinate, between peers, between a manager and a client or customer, between an employee and government representative, between everybody, regardless of the status. Okay? So, communication happens kahit kanino. It may be done face-to-face or through printed materials or through an electronic device like the telephone. So, tayo ngayon, so we use communication through what? So, we communicate through what? Madalas, yan, chat, diba? Face-to-face, yan, sending emails. Okay. In management, communication must be made for a purpose And because it has a cost attached to it, it must be used effectively. Bakit? Kasi importante yung oras. Okay? So kapag hindi tayo nakipag-communicate ng ayos, so it's a loss of time. So we need to do it right the first time. Think of what to say in a manner na acceptable, hindi na natin kailangang ulitin kasi it will be what? A waste of everything. So you need to know ano ba yung purpose ninyo, why you communicate, or why is it necessary for you to communicate. Naintindihan? So hindi tayo makikipag-communicate nang wala namang sense. Okay? So, what are the different functions of communication? So we have information function, motivation function, control function, and emotive function. Okay. So for first, let's have information function of communication. Okay. So information function, basically we are relaying information. Okay. Information provided through communication may be used for decision making at various levels in the organization. So we are sending information, okay, information that is used in decision making, in analyzing situations. Yan. So for example, a construction worker, for instance, may be given instruction on the proper use of certain equipment. So you are directed, say for example, on what to perform, on what task that needs to be accomplished. So that's what? Information function. Okay. Next, another concern is the manager who wants to make sure that his decision is in promoting an employee to a higher position is correct. So ibig sabihin, he's gathering information to his subordinates, say for example, okay? So that's another information function. Through communication, the information provided will minimize, if not eliminate, the risk. Kasi, ibig sabihin, you have the right decision. Ano? Kasi information function is being used in decision making. So kapag nagawa mo siya ng tama, so it will minimize or eliminate the risk of making a wrong decision. Okay? Kasi properly communicated, alam mo yung purpose mo in doing so. Okay. Next function natin is motivation function. So how is communication used as a motivation function? Communication is also oftentimes used as a means to motivate employees to commit themselves to the organization's objective. Okay. So what is your purpose? Okay. So this is a means to motivate employees. Say, for example, every start of the day, so you will know what is your goal, ano ba yung task na kailangan yung i-accomplish, what is your target, okay? Then, say for example, we could give, pwede tayo magbigay ng reward or ng incentive. So that's a means of motivation. So relaying your purpose, relaying or saying something as a means to motivate your employee in the commitment of or in the achievement of the organization's objective. Okay, kunyari, sabihin mo na, sige, pagka naka-target kayo or nakakota kayo, pag na-meet nyo ito, meron tayong incentive. So, gumamit sila ng communication as a means of motivation. Naintindihan po ba? Yes? Yes, okay. Number 3, communication is used as a control function. So when properly communicated, reports, policies, and plans define roles, clarify duties, authorities, and responsibilities. So effective control is then facilitated. So when do we use control as a communication function? Okay, so say for example, sabi dyan, reports, policies. So alam natin the standards that we have set. So basically, we need to check if those standards are being met, if the plans na ginawa natin is being achieved. So i-communicate natin yun, and if there are deviations, if there are problems, okay, na nag-deviate dun sa standard na ginawa natin, then we can make what? Control function. So we can communicate para ma-clarify natin, ma-define natin, okay? So malaman natin kung ano yung kailangan nating i-baguhin or what are the changes necessary. Say for example, kung merong problem na nag-arise. So that's a control function. So we set the plans, we set our duties, we set our objectives, our goals. Okay, then we need to check if meron ba tayong problema. and then we communicate or relay dun sa mga taong concerned. Ayan. So, para magkaroon tayo ng control function. Okay? Naintindihan? So, ibig sabihin, para it will not worsen the situation. So, we need to communicate. Naintindihan po? So, that's control function. So, when feelings are repressed in the organization, employees are affected by anxiety, which in turn affects performance. Okay? So, that is under naman ng ating emotive function. So, emotive, from the word itself, emotion. Okay? Feeling of what? Satisfaction, happiness, sadness, anxiety, depression, yan, gladness. So, lahat. So, how do we communicate our emotion? Okay? So, say, for example, nakita mo si crush mo, o di, sayang-saya ka, ikukwento mo doon sa kaibigan mo, malungkot ka. So, same din. So, that's emotive function. We communicate our feelings. Okay? Yan. So, okay? So, naintindihan na yung apat. So, for functions of communication, we have what? Again? Information function, motivation function, control function, and emotive function. Another, for emotive pa, whatever types of emotions are involved, whether satisfaction, dissatisfaction, happiness, or bitterness, so communication provides a means to decrease the internal pressure affecting the individual. So you have communication that plays a vital role in the organization. So paano natin ma-express yung feeling natin, o yung emotion na meron tayo? So through communication. O pwedeng pag-wink lang ng mata natin, o pagkindat, okay, pag-thumbs up, okay, pagkilig, that's already emotive function. Naintindihan? Okay, yung mga sign languages natin, yung smile, yan. So, we are already expressing our emotion. O, pagkasimangot, pagkunot ng noo, that's already emotions. Emotive function of communication. Do you agree with me? Yes or no? Thumbs up nga kung nag-agree kay ma'am sa sinasabi ni ma'am, or thumbs down kung hindi. Okay, thank you. Wait lang po ha, i-charge ko lang ang phone, ang aking laptop. So how does a communication process takes place? Okay? So we have eight steps in communication. So first, you need to develop an idea. Number 2, encode that idea. After encoding, you have to transmit. Next is you need to receive what was encoded or what was transmitted rather. 5, decode. 6, accept. 7, use. And 8 is provide feedback. Okay. Isa-isahin natin sila. Okay, first, develop an idea. So the most important step in effective communication is developing an idea. So your thought, okay, the information that you want to relay, so yun muna yung importante. So kailangan klaro. Okay? It is important that the idea to be conveyed must be useful or of some value. Sabi nga natin kanina, we need to know the purpose of communicating. So ano ba yung purpose natin? And with that, we need to know kung ano ba yung information or idea na gusto natin i-relay. Okay? Yan ba ay pang-marites? O yan ba ay of value? Or something of use or useful? Okay? Yan ba yung makakatulong or makakaperwisyo? Yan. So an example of a useful idea is how to prevent accident in the workplace. For example, how to achieve our goal or our objectives, what to do, what to perform. Yan. Of useful or of some value. Hindi yung pag-uusapan ninyo is about your colleagues, okay? Parang backstabbing or yung mga problema na hindi naman makakapagdulot ng or makakatulong sa inyong organization. So, you need to have something of value or something of use something that is useful to the organization. Okay. Then after developing an idea, you need to encode. Okay? So nag-develop na tayo ng idea, encode that idea into words, illustrations, figures, or other symbols suitable for transmission. Kasi you need to think, how will I relay that information or idea that I have in mind? Okay, through what? Okay, in words ba siya? Illustrations ba? Figures ba? Or other symbols? So the method of transmission should be determined in advance so that the idea may be encoded to conform with the specific requirements of the identified method. Okay? So an example of an encoded message is using telefax as a means of transmission. Isisend ko ba siya through email? O kaya pictures ba? Yan. O I will be using symbols na i-decode nila. Yan. O will I relay it orally or verbally? Okay. Yan. So after encoding, I need to transmit. Okay? So I develop the idea. Okay? So I determine the purpose of why I need to communicate. Number 2 is I encode the idea. So I consider if it will be through symbols, through words, through illustrations. Then after that, transmit. So after encoding, the message is now ready for transmission through the use of appropriate communication channel. Okay? So we need to know what communication channel are we going to transmit. Okay, that could be spoken words, body movement or body language, written word, television, telephone, radio, paintings, pictures, arts, electronic mail, and so on. Okay, so those are the various channels in order for you to transmit your encoded idea. Okay, so you need to have a proper transmission of your idea. Okay, so this is very important. So the message sent will reach and hold the attention of the receiver. So you need to know. Say for example, syempre, you need to consider also the receiver of the message. Okay? Yes, ma'am. Hindi na nga lang muna ako, ma'am, at hindi kami pwede magtabi ni Queenie at naiingay. Pag sinasaway, pinagagalit. Ay, di naman may okay. Yun yung nagre-reklamo din, ma'am, dahil mahina nga daw internet doon, hindi daw siya makapagturo ng ayos. Yan. So, sorry for the interruption. So, we need to know, okay, how are we going to transmit our idea? How are we going to communicate properly? So, again, could be spoken word, or pictures again, illustrations, email, letter, yan. So, proper transmission is very important. So, the message sent will reach and hold the attention of the receiver. Kaya na sabi ko, we need to consider kasi the receiver of our message. Right? See, for example, mahina pala ang pandinig niya. Ay, alam nga namang oral or spoken word ang ibigay natin. Okay, malabo pala ang mata niya. Tapos, bibigyan natin siya ng written word. Yan. So, we need to consider our receiver. Okay. To achieve this, the communication channel must be free of barriers or interference, sometimes referred to as noise. Lalo na kapag your receiver is what? May hinang pandinig. That's the only means for you to transmit, okay, the information. So, dapat ay free of barriers and or interference. Okay, para maintindihan and properly communicated yung information that we want to relay. Naintindihan po? Okay. Next, number 4, after transmitting, of course, si receiver will now receive the information. Okay? So the next step is the communication process, is the actual receiving of the message by the intended receiver. Okay, so si sender, nag-develop na ng idea, na-encode niya na-transmit niya na, so si receiver will now receive, in a sense, yung message na nirelay natin sa kanya. Okay? So the requirement is for the receiver to be ready to receive at a precise moment the message relayed by the sender. Why? Kasi meron ding effect kapag hindi siya ready, okay, natanggapin yung message. Say for example, meron pala siyang iniisip, so hindi niya ngayon naintindihan ano ba yung buong message na inirelay sa kanya. Okay? Kasi minsan may iniisip tayo, meron tayong pinagdadaanan, yan. So, we need to consider the readiness of the receiver to receive the message. Okay? So, another is, hindi lang ang aalamin ni sender is yung purpose ng message na ibibigay niya, but to know who will be receiving the message. Okay? Yan. So, si receiver, nung na-receive niya na yung message, kung si sender ay in-encode, si receiver will then decode. So, decoding means translating the message from the sender into a form that will have a meaning to the recipient. So, i-analyze ngayon niya yung message or yung information that was transmitted to him or her. So, if the receiver knows the language and terminology used in the message, successful decoding may be achieved. Okay? So, kapag clear naman sa kanya yung thought or information, so, wala nang kailangan, parang hindi, it will not be difficult for him or her to understand. So, meron na tayong common understanding between the receiver and the sender. Okay, so ibig sabihin, na-decode niya na yung information. Okay? So, example of various terms encoded and decoded, say for example, selling. Okay? So, alam mo yung ibig sabihin ng 5, 10, and 30. Yan. Flow charting, alam mo kung figure siya. Say for example, oval, start. Okay? So, alam mo na yun ay, means, ang ibig sabihin na operation. Yan. Parang, kunyari tayo, pagka nag-chat tayo, kunyari nilagay natin BTW, ibig sabihin nun, by the way, yung mga ganon. So, hindi na yung, ano ba ibig sabihin ng LOL, LOL, ano ba ako, LOL? Nakulangan lang ng U, ay yung pala ay laugh out loud. Diba? That's already decoding rather. So, si sender, inisip niya, say for example, maintindihan ba ni receiver yung message, say for example, LOL, LSS, BWD, ano pa ba yung mga ginagamit natin na usually when we chat, yung mga acronym. That is what? Encoding and decoding. Ipaprocess mo, ano ba ibig sabihin nun? Nung binasa mo, hindi mo alam, iba yung understanding mo doon. So, it will be difficult for you to decode the message. Naintindihan ninyo? Yan. Pero kapag naman tayo ay mga professional, kunyari yung mga writing and communicating, so hindi naman tayo gumagamit ng mga ganon. So, kunyari, when we send email, yan, when we communicate to, say for example, our managers, our superiors, yan. Pero kung sa peers lang, so, usually, yung mga kakapwa lang natin, yan, informal group. So, yung decoding ay necessary kasi minsan gumagamit tayo ng mga acronyms. Yan. For formal group, hindi ito naman ay, hindi naman tayo pinapahirapan to understand kasi most of the words or terms na ginagamit natin should be familiar, both receiver and the sender. Okay? So if the receiver understands the purpose and the background situation of the sender, decoding will be greatly improved. In legal practice, for instance, the declaration of a dying person have more weight. Kunyari, sa pag sinabi mo DOA, yan, dead on arrival. So, ibig sabihin, pag sinabi mong ganun, anong ibig sabihin na nun? Okay? Yan. So, kailangan i-decode mo agad. Lalo na kapag kunyari, I still remember nung ang kuya ko ay dying din. Pag sinabi ng code blue, code red, anong meaning nun? Yan. So, parang kung ikaw, you are not familiar with the term, mag-iisip ka, ano ibang ibig sabihin ng code red, code blue? Mamamatay na ba? Need ba nila ng ng i-survive? Sabi sa akin, tumawag po kayo code red ba, code blue or something? Code red, code red, code red. Okay. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Need assistance, need help, or what? Yan. So, that's decoding. Magbigay nga kayo ng ng mga, yan, kunyari, pag nalulunod tayo, di ba, SOS. Ano ibig sabihin ng SOS? Hindi ko rin alam. Ginagamit pa ba ngayon yun? SOS? Hindi na? Ano po yung mga kailangan nating i-decode? So, for example, meron ba kayong alam? Mga words. Do you have any idea? Meron ba kayong mga alam? Wala? Gising naman, maaga pa, 8 o'clock pa lang. Ano yung mga dinidecode natin? Sauce. Di ba pag may mga nalulunod or need help, ano pa? Mga FYI na sinasabi natin. Ano ba yung FYI? For your information. Usually, mga ano sila, parang mga, anong tawag natin dyan? Yung mga, sa Tagalog ay, anong mga salita yan? Anong mga salita yan? Hindi naman yung mga jejemon, ha? Ano mga salita yan? Parang hindi man kalye or ano. I forgot the term. Ano pa mga dinedecode natin usually? Ano yung mga ginagamit nyo minsan na words? BTW, OTW, diba? O HBD, happy birthday. Ano pa? Ano mga dinedecode ninyo? Mga words? Yes, Laika.
Sa generation po namin ngayon, siguro po yung mga colloquial terms po or abbreviation namin nyo. Yung po mga abbreviated terms po.
Yes, very good. Yes, very good. Yun ang hinahanap ko, colloquial. Yan, mga colloquial terms, lalo na sa generation ninyo. Actually, ako nga sinasabi na minsan ng anak ko, ang mami ka parang jejemon. Okay? So, ano yung mga colloquial terms? Can you give an example? Kasi sa generation namin, actually nakiki-adapt lang kami. Pero nung sa amin ay, syempre, mga manang kami, mga matatanda na. Anong mga ginagamit nyo? Usually kapag nag-chat tayo, mga colloquial? Yun yung guidance namin, mga BTW, OTW, HBD, MBTC. Ano yung MBTC? Ano yung MBTC?
More birthdays to come po.
More birthdays to come. 143. Kahit yung mga yan, that's decoding. Ano ba yung 143 kung hindi mo alam? Di ba? Okay. So, after decoding, we need to accept. Okay? The next step for the receiver is to accept or reject the message. Sometimes, acceptance or rejection is partial. So, kung hindi clear sa'yo, hindi mo naintindihan, so it's either 50-50. I-accept mo ba yun or i-reject? So, you need to say, for example, clarify, tanongin natin or second thought na, pwede bang paulit, just like that, o pwede bang i-resend, or i-clarify nyo, i-enhance, yan. Okay. Then, example, a newly hired employee was sent to a supervisor will note from his superior directing the supervisor to accept the employee into his unit and to provide the necessary training and guidance. So, as the supervisor feels that he was not consulted in hiring process, he thinks that his only obligation is to accept the employee in his unit and nothing more. So, minsan ganyan, kapag dumarating tayo sa point na wala na tayong ibang option but to accept. Kasi nandiyadyaan na. Okay? Yan. So, the factors that will affect the acceptance or rejection of a message are as follows. 1, the accuracy of the message. 2, whether or not the sender has the authority to send the message and or require action. Number 3, the behavioral implications for the receiver. Okay. Yan. So, ang basis natin in accepting or rejecting the message could either be the accuracy, how accurate is the information relayed to us. Ano ba siya? Parang chismis lang ba? Ano ba yan? Buo ba yung information? Complete ba yung details? Yan. If yung person ba na nag-relay ng message is mapagkakatiwalaan ba or kaduda-duda, isa rin yan. Minsan, hindi naman kapanipaniwala. It's like that. Number 3, the behavioral implication for the receiver. Will that put me into a situation na ako ay mapapahamak ba o hindi? Kasi mamaya, nung inaccept ko yung information, nadamay ako. Something to that effect. Perhaps possibly. So, one of the reason why, ayokong tanggapin yung information. Okay, labas ako dyan, say for example, is like that. Okay? Yan. Will that benefit or will that harm you in the end? Number 7, second to the last is use. So the next step is for the receiver to use the information. If the message provides information of importance to a relevant activity, then the receiver could store it and retrieve it when required. Okay. So pwedeng gamitin niya right at the moment o kaya naman ay sa mga susunod whenever needs arise for the information na gamitin. Okay? If the message requires a certain action to be made, then he may do so. Otherwise, he discards it as soon as it is received. So all of the above-mentioned options will depend on his perception of the message. So depende kung ano yung pagkakaunawa niya, the way he accept or she accepted the message. Okay. Importante, number 8 is feedback. Why is feedback necessary? For us to know if naintindihan ba ni receiver yung message na inirelay ni sender. So, kaya class, alam niyo ba, napaka-importante. Say, for example, kapag ako ay nag-chat sa GC natin, and yung mag-thumbs up kayo, o kung ano mang emoticon ang ilagay ninyo, para alam ko kung nabasa niyo ba, nakita niyo ba yung message ko? Kasi minsan, post ko pa lang, meron agad emoticon may thumbs up na agad. Ang haba-haba ng message ko. The question is, binasa ba nila? So, importante, okay na lang din kahit hindi nyo nabasa, importante is nakita nyo na meron akong message na inilagay doon. So, that's a form of feedback already. Kesa yung Diyos ko, ang haba-haba ng message ko, sin lang, alam mo, nakakasama yun ng loob, class. Diba kapag tayo nag-message, tapos nakita mo sin lang, anong ginagawa natin minsan? Ina-unsend natin para kunwari paramdam na hindi mo binasa. O, pag in-unsend, nagre-react tayo. Diba? Ay, unsent na naman. O, ano kaya yung unsent? Hindi mo naman binasa nun ng dyan, tapos nung in-unsend ko, saka ka magre-react. Diba? Yan. So, importante yung feedback. Okay? So, depending on the perception of the receiver, however, this important step may not be made. So, pwedeng mag-provide, pwedeng hindi, pero napaka-importante na meron din for us to know if he or she accepted our message. Kung naintindihan ba? So, kung hindi, edi sige, provide some clarifications. Okay, ask questions. Yan. So, even if feedback is relayed, it may not reach the original sender of the message. This may be attributed to the effects of any of the communication barriers. Okay? So, kung hindi natin naintindihan, say for example, may ingay pala yung paligid, o kaya nawalan tayo ng net, sinabi na, uy, meron akong message na sinend sa'yo, na-receive mo ba? Siya, hindi. Okay, o siya, sige, ito na lang, yan. O kaya ay, ano pa bang pwede? Kasi napaka-hassle ng miscommunication. Yan. Okay? So, for forms of communication, ulitin natin. So, what are the processes or communication model? So, first, develop an idea. Pangalawa is encode. Pangatlo is transmit. Pang-apat, number 4 is encode. 5, receive. Develop an idea, transmit, encode. Pag na-encode natin, develop an idea, encode, transmit. 4 receive. 5D decode. 6 accept. 7 use. 8 provide feedback. Ulitin ko. Develop an idea, 1, 2, 2E encode, 3 transmit, 4 pag na-transmit natin, we are going to receive, tama? 5 decode, 6 accept, 7 use, 8 provide feedback. Okay? Nagets gayon? Nagets na? Yes, okay, thank you. Next, let's have forms of communication. Okay. So, communication could be what? Verbal or non-verbal. Okay. So, verbal communication are those transmitted through hearing or sight. This modes of communication or transmission categorizes verbal communication into two classes. So verbal could be oral and written. How? Okay. So oral communication mostly involves hearing the words of the sender. Tama naman, orally. Yan. So meron tayong words naririnig, transmitted. Although sometimes opportunities are provided for seeing the sender's body movements, facial expression, gestures, and eye contact. So oral communication ay hindi lang po when we have spoken words, when we hear words, okay, or information. So oral communication could be through body language, gestures, eye contact, our facial expression, frowning, yan, nakasimangot, kunot ang noo. Sabi ko nga kanina, ano yung winking or ano yung kindat. Yan, pagkindat. Okay, pagngiti. Yan, ano pa? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay. O mga paganyan-ganyan nyo, that's also communication. Sometimes, feeling, smelling, tasting, and touching are also involved. Diba yung mga pagtap mo ng ng shoulder ng kasama mo, yan. O smelling din daw, tasting, that's also communication. That's also oral communication. Okay? For you to determine, say, for example, masarap pala siya. Okay? Mabango pala siya. Yan. So that's oral communication. An alternative to oral communication is the written communication, where the sender seeks to communicate through the written word. So the written communication is sometimes preferred over the oral communication because of time and cost constraint. Okay? Pero ako, mas gusto ko yung oral communication. Why? Kasi it's already directed. And you can see the expression of the person na kinakausap mo. Unlike kung siya'y written, gaya nga ng sabi natin, minsan, miscommunicated because of the way or manner he or she is reading. Okay? Yung ating conveyed messages. Okay? Kasi kung nyari, siya pala ay nasa situation na mabigat ang loob, tapos ay meron tayong kinonvey na information sa kanya na hindi yung manner ng pagtanggap niya is different. Yan. So magkakaroon tayo ng miscommunications. Ako, I preferred oral rather than written. How about you? Mas gusto niyo ba yung written kasi na-express nyo ng ayos yung gusto nyong sabihin? Kasi di ba pag written, usually ang haba natin magsulat. Ako ganyan ako. Nung birthday ni Ma'am Queenie, siguro 5 pages ng typewriting yung nasulat ko sa kanya. Na sa lahat, marami akong gustong sabihin. I can say it in oral, pero written, sobrang haba. Yan. So kayo, anong prefer ninyo? What method? Written or oral? Yes, Aya. Written kay Aya. Why Aya written? Ang gusto mo?
Mas na-express ko lang po yung mga thoughts ko pag written.
Oo, mas na-express natin. So, diba parang nag-thank you ka na din ni mamay, magti-thank you ko pa ulit sa gitna, magti-thank you ko pa ulit dun sa dulo. Nag-sorry ka na din, sumori ka ulit, sumori ka na ng sumori. Okay, in the statement, ang dami-dami mo ng reason why. Okay? Another, how about yung iba? What do you prefer? Which do you prefer? Written or oral? Yes, Gerald.
Ako po is depende po sa situation. Kasi po, for example, ay sa oral po is strength niya po na nakikita po natin yung body language po nung isa pong sender. And kumbaga po, alam po natin kung ano po talaga yung naisip niyang iparating. While sa written communication man po, may strength po siya wherein kapag po may hectic po yung schedule, then pwede pong i-write na lang po yung communication and para po is mabasa po ng receiver sa kung saan po siya convenient na basahin. Ganun po.
Okay, so tama naman nga, depende sa situation, whatever applies. Pwedeng written, pwedeng oral. Okay, another, isa pa, aside from Gerald and Aya, wag naman si Bea ha, yun na lang tatlo lagi ang iba naman. Alam niyo ba, class, minsan, so I'm teaching sa Westmead, tapos tinatanong ako ng mga estudyante ko doon, ma'am, kilala niyo po ba si ganito? Kilala niyo po ba si ganyan? Estudyante niyo daw po. Hindi ko naman masagot na oo. Kasi sabi ko, hindi ko siya kilala, to be honest. Kasi ang nakikilala ko lang, hindi siyempre yung mga laging sumasagot. Kahit estudyante ko kayo, kung hindi naman kayo palaging nagre-recite or hindi ko nakikita yung pangalan ninyo, eh, hindi ko kayo matatandaan. Unlike yung estudyante ko sa Westmead, kilala ko sila halos lahat. Kasi ang klase rin naman namin is every, face-to-face, tapos kukonti rin sila. So, ang matatandaan ko lang, ay di yung palaging nagre-recite, yan. So, yung iba naman, ayaw nyo ba kayong makilala ng prof ninyo? Kasarap kayong kilala ng prof. Okay? Another pa, anong prefer ninyo? Written ba or oral or parehas ba? Yes, Laika.
Katulad din po ng sinabi ni Gerald na case by case basis po. For written po, parang I prefer written po because it could clearly convey my message without may maiiwan po akong idea or may masasabi po akong hindi pwedeng sabihin. Minsan po kasi is parang pag oral, you cannot control what you say or what you do. Kaya po minsan mas prefer po ang written. Yun po.
Okay, tama rin naman. So, parehas din. For me both written. Di ba, no. Basic, pagka written na isang buo, okay lang. Pero yung kapag tayo nagchat-chat, di ba minsan, hindi ka pa nga nakakaisa, nakasagot na ng 10 yung kachat mo kapag galit. Do you agree with me? Have you experienced that? Hindi ka pa nakakaisa ng reply dun sa sinabi niya, meron na siyang 10 reply sa iyo. Have you experienced that? Never. Hindi pa. Kapag meron kayong miscommunication, never nyo pa na-experience yun. Ako pa lang naka-experience. Na-experience ni Laika. How about yung iba?